Righto guys, welcome to Joe's Diner. Now today we are here with a very, very cool 66 Mustang Coupe. Andrew, how you doing, dude?
Good, thanks, mate. How you been?
Good, mate, good. Now this thing's been around for a little while, but this was definitely one of your dream builds, wasn't it?
It definitely was. Started it in about 2007. Bought the car, it was silver. Everything was silver. It had just been sprayed, bring it over from the States. They'd sprayed everything, wheels.
They love doing the silver, don't they?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
easy colour, I think.
Hides all.
It does,
Yeah.
so how much work went into the transformations? I remember a few years ago you were still driving it around with some bits and primer. It was definitely a step-by-step process for you. So how long did it take, and what were some of the hardest bits on this car?
It took about 11 years from start to finish.
Wow.
The hardest bit was changing my mind halfway through.
What do you mean?
It had a little 289 in it that had a under the bonnet little single carb B&M supercharger that was originally going to go into it. It was all polished up and looked real nice, and then the 351 came along, and that was all ready for a blower, and so I ended up swapping over to it.
And you could not do it,
No,
right?
exactly
It was
right,
like
exactly.
you just had to do it.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
So let's talk about the motor for a second, because it's obviously the jewel of this whole car. What are we running under here at the moment?
It's a stock stroke 351 Windsor. Pretty standard in the bottom end.
Yep.
Nice set of heads on it, set of twist flow, twist wedge heads on it, and a 671 Hampton supercharger.
And what twin carbies? How big are the carbies?
Twin 750s.
Oh wow, yeah. So they're up there.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah, I
you
don't have to worry
didn't.
about it
You
leaking
obviously didn't stop at just making the engine pretty. The engine bay itself is completely de-wired. Everything just is completely smoothed out. You've painted everything, and you've kind of gone for that theme throughout the whole car too, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly right. Pretty much when we started, the front had a bit of a shunt. It was all kind of out of square, so pretty much everything forward from the windscreen got cut off the car.
Wow.
Pretty much just left the shocky towers and the chassis rails.
Because all these bits here, this is all custom made as well, because the Mustang's never had all this like that.
No, that's right. The radiator support panel's been widened 35 mil, so I can hide the radiator in underneath, so when you open the bonnet, you don't actually see it. The front guards, the panels are rolled in underneath.
Oh, good point, because
so you
normally
don't see-
your bolts sit
that's
through
correct.
here.
Yeah,
just
so you could
noticed
hide all the bolts in there.
I've seen this car for years. I've only just seen
Just
that.
noticed that. Yeah, right. So the shock towers have been narrowed 35 mil to fit the headers in. If I had my time over again, I definitely would have gone to a different front end where I could have got rid of the shocky towers altogether. The amount of work that
because a lot of people are running those now. Yeah. And obviously the bonnet as well. You smoothed out all the inside of the bonnet.
No,
you got
it's
was it fiberglass?
Motorsport accessories, yeah. Not motorsport accessories. He's going to kill me.
You can do it.
Mixed Motorsport Composites.
Okay.
Yeah. He made
So
the...
it's all one piece?
That's right. It's two pieces, so it's twin skinned, and then it's got 16 mil honeycomb, so the whole
wow.
inside of it's filled like beehive. Gives it the strength, so you can, with the size of the hole in it, so you don't have to worry about it breaking up under load.
And interior. Like, how'd you go? Like, the interior just looks so tidy. Because you've obviously gone for, like, the standard door cards and the seats.
Yep, exactly right.
But you've added some really tasteful mods at the same time.
I put it's still got the factory tunnel in there.
Yeah.
I've put a false tunnel in over the top of that, and I run all the brake lines, all the wiring and everything runs up through that.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, it's just something to hide it all, and it gives it that nice finish, nice bit of paint in there.
That way all your wiring's not running through here, which they normally would.
That's correct, yeah. Yep. Rolled a sheet of metal for the dash and fit it in, but I still wanted to use the original bezels.
Yeah,
which was tricky fitting all that in after it was painted, but it kind of gives it the effect that I was chasing.
And all autometer gauges, are they?
All autometer, everything's electronic.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yep, wanted to make it all electronic, so I have nothing on the firewall.
Yeah.
So, and then the pedal box is from a British touring car series.
Oh, is it?
So I can have
it's
it
all
off
billet?
the floor, billet back, billet pedals.
That's cool.
And then underneath the access panel there is the two twin master cylinders on a bias rod, so you can adjust it into front to rear, lock it off in place.
So good for burnouts.
Well, yeah, you can do that. No one does that, though, do they?
And show us? Do it.
No, not here. Not here.
No, you're not here.
No,
Yeah,
not here.
We're not allowed to do that, no.
Yeah. So And then the master cylinders are under the floor there. Got it all off the firewall.
Yeah.
Little access panel.
Everything's
Made everything
tucked
nice
up
and neat.
really nicely.
Yeah.
And then
Floor in it.
you did finish it off even at the boot as well.
Yeah,
Everything's
the boot's all
nice and
trimmed
tidy
out.
back there.
Yeah, did all the trim work in the boot.
Now
The wheels have been rolled, the rear rims. It's got a set of 15 by 8s under there and a set of nice 295 50s, full-length rear end.
And what are we running? Like, what box and diff setup are we running?
It's a McDonnell Brothers 4-link.
Oh, okay.
It's a Mighty Mite C4 from the States that's been pulled apart when we got it here to make sure that it did have the good bits in it.
Yeah.
Changed to a 4-pinion planetary. But yeah, it's a 3,800 Stolly. Everything seems to work really well. I've put about 5,000 road kilometres on it now.
You drive it all the time. We see you in this all the time.
Yeah. Drove it out to Drag Challenge a couple of weeks ago.
How did that go there?
Yeah, it was good. A lot of fun.
What time did you get on this?
I was having a lot of trouble. I kept blowing number 4 spark plug, so I couldn't take it past about 5,600. So I did a best of 7.1.
Okay, that's good though.
Yeah.
Because it's still a full trim car, street trim car.
Yeah, exactly right.
Can we hear it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's hear it. I'll go back here. It's got quite the idle, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's got that nice ham note to it.
Hell yeah, it does. Well, dude, thank you so much for bringing it out. Really appreciate it, mate.
Yeah.
It's an absolute beast.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, mate. Thanks for watching.